And we're live. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Seth Mulder. I am super excited to be with you today. In fact, I probably couldn't be more excited. You know, when we find something that we believe in, something that inspires us, something that changes us, something that can change other people, it is absolutely natural to want to share that with others. And so it's natural that I would be here today sharing with you this presentation, this information really. I don't want you to think about this as a presentation. Just thinking about it like a conversation. Two friends talking about something that frankly could change our lives. So we're going to be talking about something called biohacking. If you're here looking at this full overview, you've probably already been introduced to the concept of biohacking. Let's jump right in. What is biohacking? Biohacking is the ability for us through technology to take control of our own biology. We're talking about optimizing our genetic potential, literally becoming the best version of you. And we're going to be doing that specifically today, talking about nutrigenomics, a new field in science and healthcare and wellness. Nutrigenomics is the research about how nutrients or natural compounds actually affect and frankly turn on our genes. Now, I want you to compare that with being hijacked, because we are being hijacked every single day. Of course, being hijacked is a situation where you're taken over, and typically it's for a destructive purpose. Aging, frankly, is probably something we could call physical hijacking, right? As we age, as we experience malfunction, aging, disease, we're being hijacked. And this is happening physically. I mean, how many of you may be struggling with a specific health condition, right? And you're just hoping that you can get well. For those of you who aren't struggling with a condition, you're hoping you can stay well. We don't want to be physically hijacked. Emotionally hijacking. How many of you have personally experienced, I know I have personally, and in my family and in my circle of influence and friends, emotional hijacking. I'm talking about everything from depressive states, feeling down, to, anxiety, to, dementia and all the other things, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, et cetera, et cetera. Biochemically, toxins, pollutants, EMFs, allergies. This is something that's very real to us today. But this concept of biohacking, guys, is something new. 5 years ago, we weren't talking about it. 10 years ago, I don't even know if the word had been invented. But biohacking is real. It is a movement, and it is based on science. It's based on results. And it's all about becoming the best version of ourselves and really doing what we could do when we were younger. I was on a plane recently, sitting next to a woman, and she was asking what I did. And I explained it like this. I said, listen, what if you could feel, and she was in her late 40s, early 50s, okay? I said, what if your genes could do what they did when you were 20, right? In part or in whole. What if your genes could do what they did when they were 20? Would you want that? And she said, if I could keep my mind, absolutely, I would want that. In other words, what we are realizing in science, and today's going to be a new conversation as we talk about wellness. What we know in science is that what's really important is what's going on the inside, right? But up till now, typically, we're all taking things from the outside, whether that's great products, guys, and I use some of these, nutrition or personalized nutrition or oils, right? Homeopathics, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, supplements, herbs. Did I say homeopathics? Oils, essential oils. What did I miss? Oh, super antioxidants, juices, super juices, cocktails, green smoothies, organic, right? All of that stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. But we're not necessarily talking about turning our genes back or having our genes do something that they weren't before. And that is the concept of biohacking. Let me introduce you to hopefully a new concept to you. For some of you, this won't be new. This was on the Today Show, by the way. Nutrigenomics. Nutrigenomics is an emerging field in the science of, in the study in science, academics, research, wellness, healthcare, where we're talking about the interactions of natural compounds with our genes. In fact, on the Today Show, this slide was actually from the Today Show, the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. The Today Show, this is what they say, that the latest trend isn't a fad diet or a newly discovered supplement, it's your DNA. Nutrigenomics is changing everything. Where we once thought we were powerless, we now have some control. The ability to use natural compounds means that we're no longer just at the mercy of our DNA. So let me ask you this. Do you know anybody that wants to get well or needs to get well or wants to stay well? Like a good friend of mine said, Seth, you mean everybody? There's this massive need. There's this massive need, whether you consider yourself part of the wellness industry or not. There is a massive need to get well and stay well. And there's now a tectonic shift in how that is being done. And that's called genomics, right? Genetic health, what your genes are doing today. Would you rather have the genes the genes that are operating today? I'm 44. Or would I rather be 20? I'll tell you, when I was 20, I could go on the basketball court without stretching out, play my hardest, come back and do it again over and over and over with no problems. Today, I can't do that. I've got to ease into it. I've got to stretch. I maybe don't have that recovery, right, as a 44-year-old body. Now enter nutrigenomics. What if I could get some of that back? This industry is going to explode. In fact, market research shows that nutrigenomics is going to go from virtually nothing to over $17 billion in the next 4 years. Let me introduce you to some science from Washington State University on the cutting edge of genomics. They were studying, I'm going to enlarge this just for a second, that word right in the middle, NRF2. Give you a little science story. NRF2 is a protein in every single cell in the human body, and frankly, in the mammal body. NRF2 is a genetic regulator. It turns on, it signals, it tells genes what to do. It's a master regulator of detoxification. And by the way, this is borne out today, 2019, over 11,700 studies on NRF2 done. When this study was published by Washington State University in 2015, 4 years ago, there were probably 6,000 or 7,000 studies done on NRF2. The research is going bonkers because this is so big. NRF2, let me just get a quick drink, is a master regulator of detoxification, antioxidant response, anti-inflammation, anti-fibrosis, and a host of other cell protective mechanisms. Here's the bottom line. When we're 20 and younger, NRF2, these genetic expression pathways are optimally running. They are cranking. It's working. But as we age year after year, the effect is cumulative. Those genetic pathways don't work like they used to. They just slow down. The signaling to those genes slows down. And so researchers are really interested in what NRF can do for the human and for the mammal, okay? This is what they say at the kind of the cumulative, punchline of this study is, guys. NRF2, and right here in the middle of the screen, may become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. If there was something that could be so important for our health, like the biggest breakthrough in the history of medicine, it had to do with what's going on, not on the outside of our body with all the supplements, and juices and all those good products on the market, but something that could affect what's going on the inside, where the real issues are, the real problems are. Wouldn't you want to know about it? I would. And that's why I'm here today. Let me introduce you to the world's foremost nutrigenomic product. It's called Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. Now, guys, Protandim is not the big deal. The big deal is you. The big deal is inside of you. Again, it's not outside. The problem is inside. The answer is inside. But we need something to turn that answer on. We need somebody to activate that NRF2 again. And that's where Protandim comes in. Protandim is the world's foremost nutrigenomic product. I just simply call it the most important thing you could take if you want to affect your wellness. Whether you want to get well, whether you want to feel well, genetic expression, nutrigenomics, and NRF2 activation. Protandim is just 5 natural ingredients. And again, I love the natural aspect of this. I have a lot of friends around the world, and natural is important to them. It's a growing trend. It's not going to go away, and it's only going to get bigger. We want natural solutions, okay? But the genomic side means that we're going to study it. there's going to be research, right? There's science here. It's not just taking good stuff in our body. Protandim is a patented, 12 patents around the world, a patented formula of 5 natural herbs that actually activates nerve 2 in your body. So what does that do? Upper left-hand corner of this slide, among other things, among activating 200 genes in the human genome, nerve 2 is proven to reduce cell damage, okay? To reduce the actual damage inside of our bodies. Every single cell in the human body, every single tissue, every single organ, every single system. Nerve 2 is proven to reduce oxidative stress in the human body by 40%, pardon me, in 30 days. This is probably, and I've been in and out, but mainly in the anti-aging, consumer goods, healthcare, cosmetics, nutrition industry, okay, since 1987. Been taking products, been marketing products, been working with developers of products. This is probably the single biggest claim I've ever seen, like meaningful claim. If you understand what oxidative stress is at the base, the foundation of what we experience in malfunction, aging, and disease, to be able to actually prove that this could be reduced in our body by 40% in 30 days is amazing. Let's move on. Look at that upper right-hand corner in the chart. The red bars are what happens in life just through aging. That's oxidative stress as measured in human blood samples, okay? And this is for people who exercise. This is for people who don't exercise. This is for people on great products and antioxidant products and nutrition products and all the good stuff that we talked about. That's the aging line. The damage in our body, as represented in those red bars, just goes up every single year after we're 20, because our genes are active when we're 20. They're optimally operating, and the levels of damage in our body are kept in check. But as the genetic signals and the pathways and the expression decrease, the oxidative stress, the malfunction, the aging and disease increase. It's inversely, right, related. Here's the beautiful thing about Protandim. By taking Protandim, activating nerve 2 in the body, those oxidative stress levels are actually reduced on average 40%. And by the way, the higher your levels are, the bigger the decrease in oxidative stress, right? So if you're 80 years old with this massive oxidative stress load, you're going to get better than 40%, right? According to the research. But look at those blue charts, guys, the blue bars. By taking Protandim, they couldn't tell the difference between an 80-year-old and 20-year-old blood. The Protandim is probably the most researched supplement on the face of the planet, certainly nutrigenomics. It's been researched and published, guys, by the American Heart Association, first time ever. Harvard, UK, Ohio State, LSU, there are 24 peer-reviewed published studies on Protandim. It's simple. When I saw the research, I wanted to take it. I wanted to take it for the rest of my life, and I wanted to share it with other people. So that's the foundation product. By the way, Protandim is not expensive. $50 retail, or if you're on a subscription online, you can get it for $40. Protandim is also the foundation of kind of a bigger vision that we have to help complete optimal health. So we've actually got a stack of products that includes Protandim, 4 products called Vitality Stack. I don't have time to talk about everything today, but I'm just giving you a sneak peek. I take Protandim every single day. And we've developed other products with nerve 2 activation. Okay, so in the anti-aging realm with Protandim and a sister product called Protandim NRF1 Synergizer to help the mitochondrial function in the body. Nerve 2 activated skin care. Nerve 2 activated pet care for your dog, for your canine. Nerve 2 activation brain food energy called Axio. Clean burning and sustainable weight loss product called Physique. And we just launched the world's first biohacking hair care product line called True Science. Invigorating shampoo, a nourishing conditioner, and a scalp serum. I travel with this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. I am more excited, and I've been receding for a number of years, guys. I am more excited about my hair, my wife included, but I am more excited about my hair than I have been in a decade or more. What I'm seeing from my hair, the feel, the appearance, the look, there's some before and afters there, the smiles on people's faces. There are nerve 2 activating ingredients in this hair care It's absolutely amazing. What would happen if we could actually biohack our bodies? That's what we are about. This is a new story. Let me tell you a little history about the company now that I've kind of given you an intro to biohacking and how we're changing the world with this, right? So Protandim was actually discovered and sold since 2003. This is 16 years ago. But let me ask you this. 16 years ago, were you looking for nutrigenomic products? I don't think the word existed. Biohacking? No. Were you even looking for products that could lower oxidative stress? No. And so the product sat around. The research continued. In 2005, ABC News, ABC Primetime, did an investigative news report, completely positive. Some of the words they use in there about anti-aging and the fountain of youth are pretty amazing. If you haven't seen that, as a follow-up to this full overview, you should watch that. And that generated some more research and a flurry of business activity. But frankly, the world really wasn't ready. This product, Protandim, sat on store shelves, GNC, CVS pharmacies, vitamin shops around the United States, but it didn't really go anywhere. So in 2009, the company decided that they were going to take a shift in marketing, a dramatic shift. And instead of sitting on the retail shelf where there is no storytelling, they decided to go into the public, into the storytelling market where these stories could be shared, where people could use the product and directly influence and share with their friends, right? Again, like I said at the beginning, if we believe in something, if we love something, if we've read some research, if we've read an incredible report, if something inspires us, what are we going to naturally do? We're going to naturally share that. And so the company has been in the network marketing, the direct marketing industry for 10 years. And it's basically gone from virtually zero to over $200 million in sales. Our best quarter was the last quarter. And we're on track to potentially have the best year we've ever had. Things are growing. Life is beautiful. LifeVantage is publicly traded on NASDAQ. Yes, you could purchase stock in the company if you wanted to. They're led by an incredible research team, and the research goes on and new product development goes on, but also a corporate leadership and business team that is ready to take this company really out of obscurity into the forefront of the world as a biohacking company, as an entrepreneur company. Because again, how are we really going to get the story out? We're going to sit around and let people come to us on the store shelf, or are we going to create experiences, have people have feelings about a product, experiences with the product, and then go share that? That's exactly what we're going to do. And naturally, we're going to do it online. If you think about Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, Amazon, they've changed through technology, changed what we can do in the business world. Facebook, we're 2.2 billion people around the world connected every single month, primarily on their mobile devices. Amazon, incredible logistics and shopping cart technology, among other things, to become the #1 retailer in the world. Uber and Airbnb, connecting consumers with entrepreneurs. I mean, what is the purpose of Uber and Airbnb? To create millions of entrepreneurs by bringing services, okay, whether that's taxi services or travel services or experiences, to consumers. Here at LifeVantage, we're doing the same thing. We're going to bring biohacking experiences to people around the world via technology. We're going to share this. I mean, again, if you're experiencing something wonderful, you're naturally going to share this. So I'm going to talk a little about the sharing part of this side of the story, and really we could call it the entrepreneur side of the story or the business side of the story. Welcome to CEO. I'm a CEO. You were invited here by a CEO. CEO creating entrepreneurs online. What if you could, in the palm of your hand, have the power to, through social media, through social networking, through social sharing, through app technology, build a business that blessed people's lives around the world, that delivered to people what they wanted, people who wanted to get well and stay well, in a market that was going to explode. Keep in mind, nutrigenomics is slated to go from 0 to $17 billion in the next 4 years. That is big business. And I've been in business. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've been in the clothing industry. We thought we had a good business plan and we made money and it was great. I've been in nutrition, I've been in anti-aging, and I've been able to participate in trends. But I've never been able to be on the beginning of a massive worldwide shifting trend. I'm talking about curtain call on the old and bringing in the new. And that's really what I see genetic health and diagnostics and genomics and nutrigenomics as. It's really a shift, like the Industrial Revolution, like the information age, but in wellness. We're taking this around the world. Who do you know? Who do you know in the US? Or who do you know in Japan or Mexico or Canada, Australia, Thailand, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Scotland, Europe? I don't want to skip anybody, but you can read up there. If you know somebody in those countries, they can become entrepreneurs and start to share this story as well. Together, you can build a customer base. Together, you can partner and build a business. If you know people in Italy, France, Ireland, Austria, Belgium, New Zealand, Dominican Republic, you can bring anti-aging, you can bring genomics to them because we have a customer program where they can actually receive those products as well. And some of those markets, by the way, later this year in 2019, we're opening for the full opportunity. So in other words, I'm just trying to tell you, this is a global deal, guys. We're connected like we've never been in the global economy. And this is now our chance to participate in that. Let me just tell you briefly why I love what we're doing from an economic standpoint. See, I've lived in all three of these worlds, all three of these wheels. I've had a job, right? Wheel number one, you go to work, you get in the wheel, you run, kind of like a hamster, right? Not a bad thing, but you're limited in what you can do by the time you have, by your salary, by the bonus structure that you have, by your hourly wage, whatever it is. You don't own the wheel, and as soon as you stop working, you stop making. Now, I transitioned into small business ownership. And I realized that I still had to run in the wheel. I had to run faster because I had debt. I had to run faster because I was competing against the market. I had to run faster because I had employees. And although there were some wonderful, wonderful things about running your own small business, it was always going to be a small business. I wasn't able to scale it, right? I couldn't just jump into international countries. I had logistic issues. I had debt issues. And it really wore on me, right? It was stressful. There was anxiety there. And then I was introduced into this industry, and I realized that I didn't have to get in the wheel. My work was not to run in the wheel. My work was to build an engine. If I could build an economic engine, the engine would turn the wheel could turn for months and years and decades after that without my needing to run in the wheel every day. Does that make sense? That is hugely powerful. It's residual income. It's leveraged income. If you've never lived on it, it may be hard to understand, hard to experience. But when you can work when you want to work, and again, we're not talking about not working. You got to build the engine, but you get to choose when and how, and you get to do it with technology to a level of effectiveness that we've never been able to do before. So what are people really making here at LifeVantage? Take a screenshot of this, by the way. This is a public document that we share every level. So there on the left here, every level of leadership in the company and growth, from distributor all the way to executive master pro 10. Okay, and what they make on an annual and monthly average. I'm going to direct your attention to Pro 2. You can reach Pro 2. We have a system. We want to help you get to Pro 2 in 30 days. Okay, our Pro 2s average $261 a month. We want to help you through our system, business system, to get to Pro 3 within your first 90 days. Our Pro 3s average $580 a month. Again, you can review these numbers later, but these are real numbers. It's hard sometimes to know what people are really making, right? In the entrepreneurial world, certainly in the home business world, in the part-time income world, in the online business world, these are the numbers don't lie. How do you make money? Really briefly, every time you introduce somebody to the product and they place that first order, you're going to earn 30 to 40% of that order, okay? That's paid weekly. So every time I have a new customer, and I'm working, as I share this with family and friends, they have new customers, every month, every week kind of a thing. I've got that new money coming in. But here's what I'm really interested in. Again, I'm talking about wheel number 3, that income that lasts month after month after month after month. 3 ways you really get paid. Royalty commission. You're going to get paid a royalty on the repeat orders of the people that you refer and the people that they refer and the people that they refer. If that's tens of people, if it's hundreds of people, if it's thousands of people, you can do the math. This is significant. This is the bread and butter of this plan. You're going to get paid residual bonuses and matching bonuses on helping entrepreneurs build their teams and their referral network. There's an elite pool where you can get paid a royalty on every product purchased in the United States. Pardon me, did I just say the United States? In the United States and Japan and every country, you can get paid a royalty on every product sold worldwide. So you get involved, you build your team, you build a referral network, you bring happiness and health to people, but then you get to participate in the success of the entire brand all around the world. There are achievement bonuses when you reach Pro 7, level 7. You get a Jeep or $25,000 check. When you reach the master levels, Pro 10, there's $100,000 or $250,000, $500,000 achievement bonuses as you reach those master levels. And, you know, I could never do that in corporate America, could never do that owning my own business. 2 slides. Let me wrap up our conversation today. What is this really about? This is about helping people. It's about leaving a legacy. If you can leave a health legacy, if you're healthier and you have a health legacy, you can spend more time and more quality time with the people that matter to you. You can change people's life trajectory. Welcome to LifeVantage. If you can change your financial story, if you could create an economic engine that created $261 a month in residual income, $580 a month in residual income, or whatever, part-time, full-time, big-time incomes, you saw the income disclosure statement, that is a legacy. And then finally, just the people that we are. These are a lot of the charities that we participate in, not just with money. Of course, with money, you got to have money to make things work, but we give of our time. This is a group. This is a tribe of people who wants to lift the downtrodden, all right? We want to bless people. We want to help people. That's a legacy that we want to leave. A health legacy, a financial legacy, a heart legacy that can really change the world. That's what we're all about. So let me wrap up. Windows of opportunity. The nutrigenomic market is expected in the next 4 years to go from virtually zero to over $17 billion. If we can capture, as a first mover in the market, as a company with the most important, the most researched, the most efficacious, the most result-oriented, the most economically, sensible. I mean, Protandim is so inexpensive product in the world. What kind of market share can we capture? How many people can we help? If we can capture 20% of the world market, of that $17 billion in the next 4 years, we can ride that curve, right? This would be a $3.4 billion company. This would be one of the top 4 or 5 companies in the world in this industry. That's amazing. But it's not always going to be that way. I personally, my wife Stephanie and I have our heads down to help as many people, to train as many entrepreneurs as we possibly can, to help as many customers as we possibly can in this next 36 to 48 months, where some major shifts are happening in healthcare. And I hope that you'll join us. I hope that you'll get on that product and experience the health benefits that you want. I hope that you'll look for that younger DNA, right? That younger genetic expression than maybe you have today. If the business makes sense to you, I hope you'll get your questions answered, or just push the button and let's go to work. Thank you for joining this presentation. God bless you. Let's leave a legacy, and thank you for your time today.